Greetings and happy December to my friends. As many of you know, December is my favorite month of the year. For those of you who don't know why, I'll get to that a little bit later. But for now, I want to start by freaking out just a little bit. I'm not actually going to freak out right now. Instead, I'm going to take you back to a conversation I was having about a week ago where I realized that the exact thing that I was complaining about was the thing that I am most grateful for. Here's the rest of the story. Just as we were turning the calendar to my favorite month of the year, I realized that I have something on my schedule almost every single day for the rest of the year. Do any of you out there ever feel like December can be impossible to navigate from a having too many commitment standpoint? Cocktail parties, theater engagements, happy hours, birthdays, the annual one-of-a-kind show, New Year's Day party planning, Christmas Day tradition of Chinese food and a movie. Phew, that's a lot of stuff. I can do a pretty good job of working myself into a frenzy when I think about how much I have to do. Once I get into that frenzy, I have a tendency to get a little bit overwhelmed, which leads me to feel a little victimhood. From there, it's only a short trip to the place where I inadvertently start to complain both inside my own head and to those who I am closest to around me. And at that point, I officially cross over from being in a frenzy to being in a tizzy. And then at some point, I actually realize that all of the stuff that I'm complaining about in my own head is actually the thing that I am most grateful for in life, which is having a community of friends and family around me to share the journey of life, support me, and make me feel loved. So about that busy schedule, one of the traditions my friends and I do every single year is go out for Chinese food and a movie on Christmas Day. Sometimes we go to Chinatown, but that can get a little crazy with all the other Jews in the Chicagoland area descending on Chinatown on Christmas Day. We'll probably just go to some other Chinese place, but who knows? In terms of movies though, my friends will probably want to go see Wicked. It's not that I don't want to see Wicked at all, but the musical it really didn't land for me, so I'm not sure about the movie. I realize that everybody's talking about it, but I'd probably rather go see the new Bob Dylan movie, A Complete Unknown. I've heard Timothée Chalamet is terrific. I can't even believe how well some of these actors can play the role of musicians and handle both the acting and the singing. In November, I saw A Beautiful Noise, which is sometimes referred to as the Neil Diamond experience, and I was absolutely blown away. In the show, a singer and actor who is not Neil Diamond and actually plays him on stage, the performance was mind-bending. Part of the reason I enjoyed the show so much was because the music was so emotionally moving to me. I've always loved Neil Diamond, but my dad, he also loves him. So when I saw the show, I was repeatedly wiping the tears out of my eyes as I was feeling all the feels on my body. In case you didn't know, Neil Diamond wrote the song Sweet Caroline after he saw a photo of young Carolyn Kennedy dressed up in her riding gear standing next to a pony. At the time, Diamond was a young, broke songwriter, and when he saw the photo, he said it gave him hope. For many years, Neil Diamond covered up that story, thinking that Carolyn Kennedy would find it embarrassing. Diamond originally told people he wrote the song about his first wife, but changed the name because her actual name, Marcia, didn't rhyme with the song he wrote. But in 2007, Diamond came clean with the truth, and also went on to say that writing the song while holed up in a dingy Memphis hotel was the single most important moment in his entire career. I also mentioned birthdays earlier. There seemed to be a lot of birthdays in December for me. I guess March was a pretty exciting month for people. Not the least of which is my own birthday on December 18th. That's right, my friends. This year I turned 59. I actually feel great about this final year of my 50s. Inside my head, I still feel so young. I'd be lying if I said I felt like I was in my 20s. I'm nowhere near as young or stupid as I was in my 20s. But sometimes I still feel like I'm in my 30s or my mid to late 40s at the absolute most. I'm so grateful that this body has continued to serve me so well. The only thing I don't like about turning 59 is that I really don't like odd numbers. I'm not sure if I've ever shared that with you guys in this monthly video blog, but I just find odd numbers, well, odd. I'm okay with 5s, and I really like to draw 7s with a little line through them. But you can keep the 1s, the 3s, and the 9s. Maybe that all makes me the odd one. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So this year, once again, I'll celebrate my birthday with a nice little dinner at a Moroccan restaurant called Shokran on the north side. In addition to all the delicious foods like hummus and lamb shank and chicken bastilla, they are a bring-your-own wine place. I always ask people to not bring presents if they come to my birthday dinner, but I'm okay if they bring wine. Keep the white and bring me a nice big red. When it comes to red wine, I've always liked the big one. So as we get ready to bring this very interesting year to a close, I want to leave you all with gratitude. Instead of being caught up in the front seat of the holiday, I'm making sure that I take the time to notice how lucky and grateful I am to have so many invitations, so many friends, and so many years of a life well lived already under my belt. And I'm totally looking forward to more. The best is yet to come in 2025. The book that I've been working on for well over a year with my dear friend and co-author Jim is rounding the corner and getting ready to come to the finish line. My goal was to have a written version of my lifelong journey with MS by the time I turn 60, and it looks like that dream is going to come true. Here's to all your dreams coming true in the days and weeks ahead, and I hope that your 2024 ends with lots of celebrations and lots of gratitude. Well, that's all for this month. See you in January. Ciao, ciao for now, and a very happy and healthy new year to all of you.